Welcome back to another Delivered Food Review. This week we have the Gordon Ramsay endorsed, not made by, Wagyu burger, something new from Burger King, and hopefully should be pretty good. So stick around, you'll see exactly how I rated it, what it cost me, and more to the point, was the reality anywhere near the advertised? So this week, as we do every week, the unbagging of a brand new, albeit the gourmet range, as you can see there, Gourmet Kings, Burger King's Wagyu range. So just a tiny little bit about Wagyu, and obviously you can go on Wikipedia while I'm unboxing, unbagging, etc. Wagyu, Japanese cattle is what it translates to, which I genuinely didn't know. I thought it was more of a specific breed, but yeah, the collective name for the four principal Japanese breeds of beef cattle, if I can get my words out and talk. All Wagyu cattle originated from the earlier 20th century crossbreeding between native Japanese cattle and imported stock, mostly from Europe. So yeah, you can go on obviously Wikipedia to say and have a look. Obviously the history of Wagyu, and just to say Wagyu is among the most expensive meat in the world. The marbling and the fat, obviously adding to the flavour, adding to the moisture, and there's various different versions. As I say, have a good look on Wikipedia because there's quite a lot of information on it. As you see there, history of Wagyu. So I would, applaud, commend, whatever the word is, Burger King for just going out, at a tangent a bit. It's still a gourmet burger, but just something different. Nobody, I don't think, up to this point has done, as you can see there, the Wagyu burger. Now, it's not cheap. As I said, the most expensive meat in the world. So you're paying £12 just for the burger in a box. And to say the box as well, brilliant. It's like Miller and Carter, I think, did. I think it was Miller and Carter, or was it? I forget now who did it. I think it was Miller and Carter, where the box sort of pinned the burger into the middle so it couldn't move. This doesn't quite do the same, but they're on the same lines. So yeah, credit to Burger King where it's due, and I think it really is due on this occasion. The truffle fries, as you saw there, were just an additional part. I thought, let's try the truffle fries because they're new as well. Everything is limited time only as well, so how long that's going to last, I don't know. But first of all, not going to say too much about it because it is just the halloumi fries that I've had many, many times. But this week, they were completely squashed in the bottom of the bag. So presentation-wise, not brilliant. The bags and the packaging and the delivery type stuff, in terms of delivery, Mr. Delivered Food Review, that sort of experience is getting a lot better, I think, for especially the boxes, the way they've got the holes. It's not kind of keeping too much of the moisture in. Now, it's not a bad thing for halloumi to keep a bit of the moisture in, because it can go a little bit, as everybody knows, sort of too firm, a bit too rubbery when it's cold. So keeping that heat in there and a bit of moisture is probably not a bad thing, but that's all I'm going to say for the halloumi fries. On to one of the main parts, the truffle loaded fries. So a large portion of our classic golden fries smothered in truffle sauce and crispy onions. I have had truffle, or truffles in the past in terms of a meal. It's a strange flavour that I actually can't describe, but like an earthy, that's a bit daft, but like an earthy flavour, but something along those lines. Now, having the crispy onions with it sort of masked it a little bit. The sauce was nice though, the creamy sauce was nice with it. Probably what they should have added to the burger, which we'll come on to, but in a nutshell, they were good fries. They weren't too soggy. Obviously, they're going to get a bit of moisture to them in terms of the sauce and the loaded part of it, but not too much, because I remember in the past, I commented that the bacon and cheese was just too much, and you almost lose the fries and they go soggy and they go horrible and that kind of thing. A bit like KFC sometimes. The signature fries go kind of squidgy, and these obviously having the loaded stuff on, as I say, whatever it may be that you choose, does add a bit of the moisture kind of side to them. So they go a bit squidgy. You're never going to get super crispy fries with a loaded, whatever on the top. But the combination of the fried onions and the truffle sauce, I think, was well worth trying. Now, on to the main event. Deliciously seasoned 100% British beef, grilled Wagyu beef topped with 4,000 different onions, apparently. Sweet caramelised onions, pink pickled onions, crispy onions, peppery rocket, and a creamy caramelised, just for the sake of it, onion mayo. Yeah, a bit overkill on the onions there, Burger King, but just to say the kind of American, I think it's In-N-Out. Is it In-N-Out that kind of wrap your burger half wrapped burger. So an In-N-Out style sort of wrap to it, sort of, you know, the more Americanized, even though it is Japanese related, being Wagyu. You've got that sauce on the bottom. The sauce was really nice in terms of caramelized onions. But this, which you'll see now, is that really necessary? 3 different physical onions and obviously the sauce. The crispy onions or caramelized onions, maybe even both of them, I would say, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. The pink pickled onions, they just don't add anything to it. Now, I'm going to call out the person that said to me, oh, you should be trying everything with everything on it. I literally did on this one, for all the haters. I literally did. 2 bites, full onions, nothing removed. It didn't add anything to it. It didn't take it away, so I'm not saying it was bad, but it didn't add anything to it, I don't think. The caramelized onions were more than enough. And I do like caramelized onions, but piling it on like this, you had more of a mouthful of onions than you did the burger. Now, which is the main event, the onions or the Wagyu? Obviously, it's the Wagyu. So from my point of view, it's only my point of view, before anybody goes ballistic, too much onions. Quite happily take most of it off, maybe leave the caramelized and the sauce. As you can see here, advertised versus reality, you can see all the onions mixed in there. Didn't look anything like it. And as you see there, 1 bite I was going to take, but I took 2 bites, just for the haters. Again, I didn't mind it. I'm not saying it was bad. I could eat the whole burger with the onions, but I don't think it would add anything to it. And this is the whole point of food, isn't it? The whole Michelin starred, you know, the culinary journey that you go on when you spend crazy money. But yeah, that sort of stuff where you're going on a journey and different things happening in your mouth in terms of your taste buds, etc., etc. You're paying for that experience. Now, paying for a load of onions on top of a very good quality, you know, Wagyu beef burger, I think is, no disrespect to Burger King, but I think it was overkill. That's all I'm going to say. Other than that, brilliant bun, brilliant burger, just pink as well, which is perfect. But as you can see, you're paying for it, £12. So as an experience, by all means, try it with the onions. Maybe take one of the onions off, maybe. I don't know. But the ratings-wise, 9 out of 10, and you'll see in a second, 8 and 7. Can't really say any more. Brilliant, try it. Excellent burger. Thanks for watching, as always. If you've got any time and you feel like checking out any other reviews, have a look at these videos.